Will Trump's tariffs work? Since taking office, Donald Trump has aggressively pursued protectionist trade policies, imposing tariffs on countries like Canada, Mexico, China, and potentially others. These tariffs are presented as a strategy to protect American industries, correct trade imbalances, and strengthen national security. But will they work? Or will they backfire, causing unintended economic and geopolitical consequences? In this video, we will critically analyze the impact of Trump's tariffs by examining historical precedents, economic theories, and the global political landscape. The rationale behind Trump's tariffs. Trump's administration has framed tariffs as a tool to reduce trade deficits with major trading partners, protect domestic manufacturing industries like steel and automotive, encourage companies to bring production back to the U.S., penalize nations accused of unfair trade practices, especially China, strengthen national security by reducing dependency on foreign goods. While these objectives may seem logical on the surface, the real question is, do tariffs actually achieve these goals? A lesson from history: do tariffs work? Historically, tariffs have been a double-edged sword. While they may offer short-term protection, they often lead to retaliatory measures, increased consumer costs, and economic slowdowns. Examples include the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act, 1930. This U.S. policy aimed to protect American farmers and manufacturers but instead led to global retaliation, worsening the Great Depression. China's tariffs on U.S. soybeans, 2018. When the Trump administration imposed tariffs on Chinese goods, China retaliated by targeting U.S. agricultural exports, devastating American farmers. European tariffs on U.S. goods, 2002. When the Bush administration imposed steel tariffs, the EU retaliated with tariffs on American exports, forcing the U.S. to eventually backtrack. Economic theory suggests that tariffs distort markets and often hurt the country imposing them. While they may protect certain industries, they increase costs for consumers and other businesses that rely on imported goods. Winners and losers of Trump's tariffs. So, who benefits and who suffers when tariffs are imposed? Winners. Some domestic manufacturers, e.g., U.S. steel and aluminum industries, benefit from reduced foreign competition. The government may collect more revenue through tariff duties, though this rarely offsets economic losses. Losers. American consumers face higher prices on goods affected by tariffs. U.S. businesses that rely on imported raw materials, e.g., automakers, electronics manufacturers, see production costs rise. Export-dependent industries suffer when other nations impose retaliatory tariffs. The global economy experiences increased uncertainty, leading to slower growth and job losses. Contrary to political rhetoric, tariffs do not make foreign nations pay. Instead, they function as a tax on domestic businesses and consumers. If you're finding this analysis insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into economic and political issues. Tariffs as a political tool. Will this lead to a trade war? Beyond economics, Trump's tariffs serve a political purpose: domestic appeal. Tariffs appeal to his voter base, especially in industrial states that have seen manufacturing decline. Geopolitical strategy. Tariffs are used as leverage in negotiations, particularly with China. Nationalism and power play. The administration positions tariffs as a way to restore America's global dominance. However, history suggests that aggressive trade policies often lead to retaliation. Potential consequences. Escalation into a full-scale trade war, especially with China and the European Union. 2. Loss of trust in American trade commitments, pushing other countries to seek new alliances. 3. Long-term decline in U.S. influence as other economies, e.g., BRICS nations, develop alternative trade mechanisms. Impact on global trade and economic stability. Trump's tariffs disrupt global supply chains, leading to higher global prices. Countries affected by tariffs pass costs onto consumers. Trade realignment. Companies seek alternative trade routes, shifting production to tariff-free regions. Opportunities for developing nations. Higher U.S.-China tensions open doors for emerging markets to attract investment. Despite these shifts, the overall effect is negative: higher costs, economic inefficiencies, and slower global growth. The practical impact on American households. For the average American, tariffs translate into higher consumer prices on goods like electronics, automobiles, and household essentials. Increased energy costs due to potential retaliation from Canada and Mexico affecting oil exports. Job losses in industries dependent on global supply chains. America has long benefited from cheap imports, which have kept inflation low and living standards high. Increasing tariffs reverses these gains, and any revenue collected is unlikely to outweigh the economic damage. The dangers of overprotecting an economy. Protectionism often sparks innovation as countries seek alternatives. Examples include China's response to U.S. tech sanctions. Restrictions on semiconductor sales led China to accelerate domestic chip production. The rise of BRICS economic independence. Alternative banking systems and non-dollar trade agreements challenge U.S. economic dominance. Cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies. Suppressed by major governments but rapidly growing as decentralized alternatives. History shows that economic dominance cannot be maintained through coercion alone. The more a nation imposes restrictive policies, the more innovation emerges to bypass them. Conclusion. The limits of tariff-based economics. In the long run, tariffs are an ineffective tool for sustained economic growth. They may offer short-term political wins, but they fail to create lasting prosperity. More importantly, aggressive tariff policies damage America's credibility, encourage retaliation, and weaken global economic cooperation. Power is not just about control but also about influence. And in an era where knowledge and technology drive progress, tariffs alone cannot preserve American dominance. What do you think? Will tariffs protect or hurt the U.S. economy in the long run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.